So we did a trailer reaction to Apostle, and we were both completely blown away. It looked awesome. It's finally here on Netflix. So before we continue, what are you doing, Moshe?
Well, I'm a doctor.
I know, that's very cool. It's very cool. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna be able to understand you in that.
They don't have to.
I'm sorry, what was that?
So this is a spoiler-filled review of Apostle.
We can hear you. Right.
So if you haven't seen the movie, go check it out on Netflix right now.
Alright, cheers! So we're all on the same page. Do not confuse this with The Apostle. That would be a big mistake. Yeah. This one looks to be turn of the century or shortly thereafter, and a dude has to go to this island where his sister has been kidnapped for ransom, and instead of paying, they're going to send him to go in and get her out, and it's basically a cult, so therefore hilarity ensues. So it is Like's time. We love the trailer. What do we like about the movie?
There was blood.
Well, there was blood, yes, but I take it with you mean there was gore.
No.
No?
There was
blood.
I'll get onto that later.
There was gore.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, so you like the blood.
There was a lot of blood, and I like that storyline and how they kept feeding the blood to this goddess or whatever
she was. Okay.
Goddess.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool, and then everyone went mad.
Well, they weren't that mad. No, actually, it was just the one main guy. Okay, so
No.
So there's a few things, but side note to the movie, I have to say that I like, and dare I say I love Netflix for being willing to take a chance. That is to say that this movie would never get past a glance on the studio system. It just doesn't fit their mold. It's interesting. As you mentioned, the storyline is great. It's a little different. It's a mixture of several different genres. No one's going to touch this, but you know what? Netflix said, hey, F that. We're going to put it out anyways. Good, bad, ugly, and different. And I'm so thankful for them for that. Because some of the things that I liked about it was what you said, the storyline, the originality, the fact that they were, mixing up genres a little bit. Michael Sheen was absolutely standout. I mean, dear Lord, if you only know...
the main guy, right?
The main guy.
Oh, his eyes.
If you only know him from Masters of Sex... it's not just a different character, it's a different look, it's everything. I mean, he's really stand out in this. I liked, sorry, I have a soft spot, I don't care what you say, the goddess, or whatever you want to call her, henchman.
Oh, yeah.
Was amazing.
Yeah,
he had, the blood and the scars everywhere, and then he had like a tree... complete face thing. He was awesome. I loved him. It was almost Del Toro-esque, if you will.
It was, yeah.
I absolutely love that. And amazingly well done on just about every level. So yeah, definitely love that. All right, it is dislikes time. I brought up gore earlier. This seemed to send you into a tizzy.
It does.
So feed it up.
Wow. I totally forgot this was Netflix, so I can understand that there wasn't much gore.
Netflix has tons of gore in other movies.
All right, well, let me say something. Okay, there was gore elements in it, but it wasn't actually gore because you did not see them actually stab that machine inside this kid's skull at the same time.
You did see his hands.
That would have been gore. No, you didn't.
Yes, you saw his hands get torn off.
You didn't fully see it.
Oh, I did.
Fully see it.
I don't know what you were watching. Were you watching it through that thing?
That would have been.
Because if you were, that would explain it.
No, that would have been cool. If you actually saw his hands getting wrapped up, and I didn't.
You did. Were you zoned?
There was just too much blood. I guess too much blood. I didn't see it actually rip. I didn't see it rip.
Okay. All right.
So, and then another thing is.
Yes.
This isn't horror.
Is it on too tight? Okay.
This isn't horror.
It is horror,
man.
It's very much horror. Okay, so let's cover these topics, right? First and foremost, about the blood, the guts, the gore. So, I'm going to say the real dislike, believe it or not, is the trailer. And I say that because we watched that trailer, and they put a focus on the medieval torture devices and the henchmen doing horrible things. It really was presented as a blood and guts gore horror movie, and you're right, it It was not that.
Nope.
So we always go on and on with trailers, obviously. You know, that's our bread and butter here, and how they're supposed to entice you. But we don't often cover that they're also supposed to lead you into a generally safe idea of what the movie is without giving too much away. This certainly didn't give much away, but it actually led us in the wrong direction. Expectations were incorrect. I'm guilty of that as well. I was sitting there watching this going, I really thought there was going to be a lot more blood and guts and gore in this because of what I'd seen in the trailer. So I disliked that very much. 2, it's not horror is your claim, and you're wrong, because this gets into the whole subgenres of horror. We have gore, whether you like it or not. I know you missed it, but you watching it through that is no mistake. 2, man's inhumanity to man.
That's not scary.
That is scary. That is a horrific concept that men can do this to one another.
That's not scary.
With okay, again, are you defining horror as scary? Because that's not fair. Horror is horrifying. Okay. 3,
It'll
you
horrify
have
you.
supernatural horror. Well, of course it will. Yeah. Wow, she got the name. It took years, but she got the name. It's got, the supernatural element with the woodland, not woodland, but the goddess and her awesome henchman who is so cool. It's got a cult. I mean, these are horrifying concepts to people. Maybe not to you, because you're a big fan of those things, but to other people, it's absolutely horrifying, and therefore it falls under the umbrella of horror. What I mentioned in the likes, and one of the reasons that I suspect some people may not like this, not necessarily you, is that it doesn't fit one of those. It's several of them, and encompasses several of them. So to me, that was a nice like, but I can see where that might rub people the wrong way. That was kind of, I didn't really have, outside of the expectation the trailer set, I didn't really have any dislikes because from head to toe, it was an amazing production, and what's with the finger?
I got one that's like, wait, keep going.
No, go ahead.
The sex scene.
There was a sex scene?
Yeah.
You mean with the 2 kids?
Yeah, it wasn't like, could have been a little bit better.
Oh, could have been a lot better, but this is American prudish audiences. I suspect that in the narrative they were underage, and therefore they won't ever show that in American cinema because, oh dear God, we can't imagine that, our precious child, the second coming of Christ, actually wants to bang the shit out of their boyfriend and girlfriend. And of course they do. It's selective memory, though, because those people were 14 and 13 at one point. All right, it is Pinhead time. I'm a little bit concerned to hear what you have to say, but throw it up there. What you got?
I guess I'm going to give it 3.
That's higher than I thought you would.
Yeah, the storyline was pretty good. So.
Yeah?
Even though there wasn't too much gore in it, but whatever.
Yes, all right. Yes, the thing is definitely on too
Oh, and
tight.
the acting was great.
Yes, phenomenal. All right, well, that's fair. Hey, that is your assessment. I obviously had a lot more things that I enjoyed about it. Thoroughly, head to toe, a great production on every level. Maybe I probably could have used a little bit more of the gore too. I don't know about that, but again, that was because of the trailer. So for me, it's going to be 4 pinheads, and so pretty simple. Your 3 pinheads, my 4 pinheads. This is going to be a 3 1/2 pinhead movie. So what did
you know what, Dante? I can't do this. I'm off to cure the Black Plague.
You're up to what? Wasn't that cured like 100 years ago?